Hello, today I am talking about my 10 tips for a more joyful space. So we're talking about fixing up our homes and how to create a space that brings you joy, that you love to be in. I truly believe that fixing up your home is a form of self-care. And when we have that grounding effect of a space that we love, that it helps us to be able to show up better in other parts of our lives. So today we're talking about that, talking about creating a more joyful home, and I'm sharing my top 10 tips. Number 1, function and beauty are both important, but don't underestimate beauty. So there's a lot of power in beautiful, pretty things. And sometimes we want to get something just because it's beautiful and we love it, and that's okay. Think about artwork. Artwork doesn't have a lot of function except to create a mood, to create a feeling, and to make something more beautiful, a space more beautiful. And I think it is so important to not underestimate beauty. Of course, things need to function, they need to work well for the way we live. But if something can function and be beautiful, ding, 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 then that is the best of both worlds. Okay, number 2 is declutter before you decorate. So anytime I'm fixing up a spot, whether it's a tiny little drawer, a bookshelf, a bigger room, whatever it is, I always like to start by decluttering because it is such a huge payoff. So once you get out the things that you no longer want, you no longer need, they're broken, you don't like anymore, your tastes have changed, whatever it is, once you get those things out of the space, it already feels so much lighter, so much happier, and it feels good. So always declutter before you start decorating. Number 3 is to trust your gut. So start paying attention to spaces that you love and dig a little deeper and think why you love them. Is it the color, the shape, the pattern, the feeling? Just start paying attention to that. And as you begin to do this over and over again, you'll start to see patterns and you start discovering your own personal style and what brings you joy in a space personally. So really trust your gut and start paying attention to that. Okay, number 4 is to throw out the fears of messing up and to be bold. Okay, let's just not worry about playing it safe in our homes. Taking risks is where the biggest payoff comes. So if there's something you've been wanting to do, but you're just not sure, you feel a little nervous, what will other people think? Forget it. Just do it. Just be bold. Step out of your comfort zone, and it's okay to be bold. Okay, number 5 is to beware of the messy middle and to push through. So you know what I mean by the messy middle, right? We've all experienced it, where we are so excited about a project, we dive in, we start decluttering or organizing or whatever it is, and halfway through we're like, why did we do this? This was a bad idea. Everything is so much messier, so much worse. I have all this work to do, and it's not even gonna come together. Well, that, my friend, is called the messy middle, and it's just part of projects. So when you get to that messy middle part, just realize, okay, I'm in the messy middle. It's okay. Just keep going. It is gonna feel so good when I'm finished. So just push through that messy middle part. Okay, number 6 is to look at your home as a place to play. It's a place of self-discovery. Get really curious about your home and just start playing. Like, I wonder what this chair would look like over here, or what these 2 colors would look like together, or this fabric. And it's okay to just play. And who cares if you have to rehang that picture 5 different times, or if you buy something and have to return it? That's just part of the process, and that's okay. It is a time to play. Number 7 probably is one of my favorites, and that is to tell your personal story through your home. So what do you have that you want to share? with people who come into your home. It could be sentimental objects, family photographs. Like, what story are you gonna tell in your home? One thing that I've done is in my art studio, I have displayed my Grandma Ethel's teacups. Now, I never got to know my Grandma Ethel. She died before I was born, but having her teacups in my creative space, it gives me this feeling of the women that went before me, these powerful women that I have in my ancestors, and I can feel their strength in those teacups. It also reminds me of the times when I was a little girl and I would have tea parties with these teacups of my Grandma Ethel's. So what story are you going to tell in your space? Number 8 is to embrace the imperfections. So we're all imperfect people, and we all live in imperfect homes, and that's okay. And no matter how fabulous your home is, there's always going to be things that kind of bug you a little bit and annoy you about your home, things you wish you could fix, but maybe you don't have time, maybe you don't have money, maybe it's just something that's not plausible at this time to fix. So I'm just going to embrace those imperfections and be okay with waiting, and just know that your home doesn't need to be perfect. Number 9 is that your taste and your style is going to change over time, and that's okay. So many times we get paralyzed thinking, is this too trendy? Or I don't know if I'll like this in another 10 years. Well, guess what? You probably won't like it in another 10 years, and that's fine. But if we try and decorate now for our future selves so that we will like it forever, we will never be able to do it. So just find things that bring you joy now at this time in your life, and your style is going to change, and that's okay. We're going to grow and evolve in our personalities and ourselves, and our homes are going to grow and evolve, and that's okay. And number 10 is, I just want to grant you permission to spend money on your home, permission to spend the time and spend the energy on creating a space that you love. It is so worth it to walk into a space that you just adore, that makes you happy, that functions for you and the people that live in your home with you. So I just want to wave my magic wand and poof, grant you permission granted to create that space that you love. So those are my 10 tips for today. These were all taken from my Joyful Room workbook. So if you have a space that you are fixing up, want to create a more joyful area of your home, then you must download the Joyful Home workbook. It takes you through the whole process, step by step, of redoing a room, and it's free. So download it. That's all for today. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.